Old streets of Bukhara resemble a living museum where history and daily life blend seamlessly. Golden sunlight illuminates the ancient brick walls, creating warm shades of amber and gold. Every narrow lane reveals centuries of heritage, allowing visitors to experience the atmosphere of a city that has preserved its traditional character for generations. The architecture of Old Bukhara is one of its greatest treasures. Narrow, winding streets are lined with beautiful preserved mud bricks and baked bricks buildings. Elegant wooden doors, carved balconies, arched entrances, and decorative courtyards reflect the craftsmanship of past centuries. The harmonious colors of sand colored walls and turquoise domes create a unique visual charm that defines the city's historic landscape. The residents of the old city maintain a relaxed and community oriented lifestyle. People begin their day early, opening family run shops and welcoming neighbors with warm greetings. Traditional customs remain an important part of daily life, and many families continue practices that have been passed down through generations. Itself, wandering through these winding streets is a wonderful experience to observe the local life. Of course, the streets are filled with friendly interactions and a strong sense of community. Elderly residents gather in shaded areas for conversations, while local craftsmen work in their workshops. Visitors often observe neighbors exchanging greetings and sharing news, creating an atmosphere of hospitality and mutual respect. One feels a dreamy lifestyle surrounding him when wandering through these streets. The old streets reflect the rich cultural heritage of Central Asia, especially the traditional clothing, handcrafts, music, and artistic designs can often be seen throughout the city. The cultural environment is not preserved merely as a historical display but continues as an active and meaningful part of the everyday life. Behind many ancient walls lie peaceful courtyards filled with flowers, vines, and fruit trees. These hidden spaces provide cool retreat from the midday sun and demonstrate the traditional architectural emphasis on privacy, comfort, and family life. The daytime streets are wonderful representation of the local life. You will observe very wonderful designs and colorful paintings and the artwork on the walls of the old streets. It reflects that people of Bukhara love their life very much.
Извините, девочка, пожалуйста, как называется это место?
Это место называется вот здесь Ля Бихаут.
Да.
И здесь
Но я знал там, и что называется это место?
Чойхона Банги здесь называется.
Бандиты.
Да, Чойхона Банги.
Хорошо. Спасибо большое.
Local people are very friendly, and that is why whenever you ask any a question or the query relating to the society, culture, art, and the daily life in the streets, they provide you a very comprehensive answer of those questions. Actually, it is their tradition to welcome the foreigners, to respect them, to honor them, and to provide them the most important cultural aspect or the flavor of their society to the foreigners. The daytime streets are a wonderful representation of producing many items ranging from daily items, edible items, textiles, embroidery, ceramics, metalwork, and wood carvings. These are basically the traditional expertise which you will observe everywhere in the olden streets of Bukhara. Their workshops preserve centuries old skills and contribute to the city's distinctive cultural identity. Unlike many modern cities, the old streets of Bukhara encourage slow exploration. The absence of heavy traffic allows visitors to appreciate cultural details, observe local life, and enjoy a peaceful environment where history remains an integral part of everyday existence. Such small markets are present everywhere in the small streets, and also you find some open squares or the wider plощads in Russian where you interact with the local people or you just have a chat with them. That is the beauty of the local culture. Wherever you go, it is recommended that you find the information about the special things surrounding that environment.
Добрый вечер, девушка, пожалуйста. Добрый вечер. Как называется это место?
Какое место?
Это
Я не знаю, это просто Самаркандская улица.
Самаркандская улица. Это площадь, это не знает.
Нет, я не знаю.
Спасибо большое. Спасибо.
Wherever you go, you will find a wonderful, pleasant, and happy life with the traditional settings and close to their families. People enjoy their daily life very much. It is interesting to observe and find the information from the local people. Let us ask.
Dobry wieczór, Baza Lusta. Dziewczynka, jak nazywa się eta miasta? Eta miasta? Nie znam. Bardzo. Спасибо.
The evenings of old Bukhara are really wonderful and magical places where you discover a wonderful lifestyle and the living of the people. As the sun gradually sets over the ancient city of Bukhara, the old streets become filled with a peaceful and welcoming atmosphere. The heat of the day fades, and residents and visitors emerge to enjoy leisurely walks through the narrow street. The gentle pace of life creates a sense of relaxation that is rare in modern cities. Soft conversations, smiling faces, and the unhurried rhythm of a daily life makes the evening particularly enjoyable. The centuries old architecture appears especially beautiful during the evening hours. Historic brick buildings, carved wooden doors, and decorative arcs take a golden hue under the setting sun. As darkness approaches, lanterns and street lights illuminate the ancient walls, highlighting the craftsmanship of generations of builders. The textures of the baked bricks becomes more pronounced, creating a timeless and magical scene. The old streets serve as special spaces where families, friends, and neighbors gather. People sit together in courtyards and tea houses, sharing stories and enjoying each other's company. Elderly residents discuss local events while younger generations stroll through the streets. The atmosphere reflects the strong sense of community that remains an important part of Bukhara culture. Evening is the perfect time to experience the famous hospitality of Bukhara. Traditional tea houses welcome guests with fragrant green tea and local delicacies. Visitors often observe groups engaged in lively conversations, laughter, and friendly gathering, especially in this type of environment. A dream walk and enjoying the hospitality is deeply rooted in local traditions, making guests feel comfortable and appreciated. These streets preserve many aspects of traditional Uzbek culture. Artisans display handmade crafts, embroideries, textile, ceramics, along with wonderful cafes and restaurants, which are not only famous for serving the fresh dishes but also they are very cheaper. Roadside restaurants are recommended if you wish to enjoy the real flavor of the local cuisine. Musicians occasionally perform traditional melodies, adding charm to the evening atmosphere, and these streets are famous for enjoying these sort of festivals free of cost. These cultural expressions connect modern life with centuries of history and heritage. It is said that just one walk through these streets take you many centuries in the history and provides you the calm, the rhythm of the life, and the beautiful events that were observed at that time. The most important thing to note regarding the old city is that not all the streets are narrow. Somewhere you will find wonderful streets like this.
Es biniti пожалуйста, мазди сказать, как называется это место? Это
Старый город.
старый город.
Да.
Да. Да. Хорошо, спасибо.
Stare Gorod means old city. You can clearly observe that how wide and clean the old city is in some part of it. As night descends, the ancient streets acquire an almost dreamlike character. Illuminated domes and historic facades stand against the dark sky, creating unforgettable views. The combination of history, architecture, culture, and community life transforms the old streets of Bukhara into one of the most captivating evening environments in Central Asia, where every walk feels like a journey through living history. One of the greatest pleasure of exploring Bukhara at night is meeting its warm and hospitable residents. Local people often greet visitors with genuine smile and friendly conversations. You can have wonderful sitting and tea or coffee surrounding this square. Small groups frequently gather around teapots in country yards and along quiet streets. These informal gatherings are important part of local culture. Guests are often welcomed warmly and may observe people enjoy tea, exchanging news, discussing family matters, and sharing laughter late into the evening. These wider roads, illuminated with wonderful architectural work, provides you a dreamlike environment, especially bricks walls, wooden doors, and beautifully preserved architecture reflect the soft street lighting. Walking through these streets feel like stepping into another era where centuries of history remain alive. Nighttime strolls often reveal families and friends enjoying traditional meals together. The aroma of freshly prepared Uzbek dishes fills the air, while small cafes and tea houses remain lively with conversation and hospitality. Sharing food remains an important part of Bukhara's social life. Many traditional homes features beautiful inner courtyards where families spend the cooler evening. Lanterns, flowers, and quiet creating areas create a peaceful retreat from the bustle of the day, offering a glimpse into the city's traditional way of life. These are the spots where it is highly recommended you settle down for some time and enjoy the company of local people, or at least observe their social and cultural traits. Unlike many modern cities, Old Bukhara maintains a remarkably calm nighttime atmosphere. Visitors can enjoy unhurried walks through historic neighborhoods, listening to distant conversation and enjoying the serenity of the ancient surroundings. This is the best place where you can relax, have the company of the local people, share your conversations with the local people, and you will observe that they will offer you to have a cup of tea with them. That is the tradition here in Bukhara. Now, friends, come to Russian lesson 59. Here again, we are discussing Russian verbs. These are basically called as group 2 verbs with ending like e, t soft and ye, t soft sound. Basically, the ending is slightly different from the previous group of verbs. For example, here we observe a verb gavarit. Gavarit means to speak. We can make the conjugation of gavarit just on the same pattern what we have already discussed, but a little bit change in the spelling at the end, that is given in the green letters is given. Here most of the time you will use e, and the other things are exactly same. For example, 1, या गवारू. 2, ते गवारिश. 3, on, ona, gavarit. 4, me gavarim. 5, वे गवारीते. 6, ani gawariat. So you have seen that basically the pronunciation or the sound of the conjugated verbs is exactly same what we have studied in the previous group of verbs, but when you need to write down them, just a letter e is to be changed. It means while you are discussing there is no change, but somewhere if you are going to write down, you need to remember that here you have to make a little bit change. Otherwise, if you make unintentionally any mistake, that is clearly understood because the sound is more or less same, so that does not create any a bigger problem for you. Now make the practice of another verb. Smotrit means to see, to look. Friends, keep learning a bit, and you will observe that how wonderfully you will have the command of a big section of the Russian language.